So instead of getting angry at your kids, being like, hey, knock it off, you're like, hey, I understand that you're not fully developed. And so, of course, that part of the brain is going to be like, it's going to be hot, right? And so that's what is supposed to happen there. And so then what we do is we yell at them and we scream at them, like, mature, come on, step it up, forget about it. All that's doing is just causing more stress and stressing their brain out there. Think about that. We have a role as a parent there. And that's one of the things that's important is that their emotions are running wild. They don't understand like the whole emotional aspect there. But it's the problem is the lack of the prefrontal cortex. Now, the other thing that is, I think it's important is that you have this thing that is called the basal ganglia. And it's the part of your brain that makes you think that everybody's thinking about you, right? Does anybody recognize that as like in the teenage years? You think everybody's thinking about you. And I call it the 13-40-60 rule. So at 13 years old, you think everybody's thinking about you, right? At 40 years old, you don't care what people think about you. And at about 60 years old, you realize that nobody was even thinking about you in the first place because they were just thinking about themselves, right? Like they were so caught up in themselves, but we wasted 60 years thinking that everybody was thinking about us.